It's day 18 of Vlogmas, so that means that it's exactly 1 week until Christmas Day. I hope you're doing well on the 18th of December today. Well, today's subject in Vlogmas is, has it hit you yet? Has that sickness that everybody gets around this time of the year, sinus infections, sore throat, cold and flu symptoms, has it hit you yet? Well, it hasn't hit me yet, but it did hit my daughter. She came by and she's been struggling with a sinus infection, and she said it's one of the worst she's ever had. It made her head hurt. She had to cancel a day of work, and she said she has just been so exhausted from fighting this sickness. She is doing a few things to help her. She remembered a few of the things that she likes to do that helps her. And I'm going to share with you a few things that I do that helps our family. Now I'm going to go ahead and do our Char Brew 25 Days of Tea Advent Calendar, because I do that every day for Vlogmas. I get an Advent calendar and do that since my friend Sharon gave me a tea Advent calendar for Christmas one year. I enjoyed it so much that I continue to do that. Go ahead and open this up and get out today's tea. Let's see what it is. Maybe I can prop it up here and get it out. Today is December 18th. It's exactly a week away from Christmas, and the 18th is right here. Oh, and I'm excited because it looks like it's one of my favorite teas. It looks like it's the dark tea. It'll either be the breakfast tea or the afternoon tea, but it seems like it has a lot of good black teas, and that's what I really like. So I'm always glad to get that. I'm going to go ahead and open this little plastic package and get this in the cup and get this going. Now, if you've been around here for a while, then you know that the teas are no surprise here in my house. I drink teas. I drink the tea, real tea, made from the Camellia sinensis, and I also drink a lot of herbal infusions that people call tea. Now, my cup today is the Ray Dunn Merry Christmas cup. It's getting really close to Christmas, so I'll probably be using this cup more often. So I've got the tea that come from the Advent calendar, and then I went out this morning and I got some fresh cut mint from my little patch of mint that's out in my flower bed. I'm going to cut this up, part of this. I'm going to put it in my tea infuser, and I'm going to add that to my tea that I'll be drinking from my Advent calendar today. Now, this is one of the easiest ways to combat any kind of irritation that you might be feeling from the effects of being around somebody that's had a sinus infection, or somebody that's had something that you don't want to pick up at this time of the year. Now, I've got my fresh cut mint in there, and it smells really good. This is peppermint. I'm going to add it to my tea this morning because I've got a little bit of an itchy throat. So tea is going to be one of our first line of defenses. This time of the year, if you get really sick from a cold, sinus infection, flu-like symptoms, all of the things that you don't necessarily go to the doctor for every time you encounter those symptoms, these things right here, most of them are food related, will bring to you a sense of comfort and help you as you fight that kind of issue. If you fight that kind of a thing. Now I'm just going to go ahead and let this steep. I can't really cover it up because it's got the infuser and my spoon in it, so I'm just going to set it over here to the side and let this tea steep a little bit while I talk to you, while I share with you the things that I use that helps me in this kind of weather, in this kind of type of year when you're getting together. You may be seeing more people at this time of the year than you do any other time of the year because it's holidays. We tend to gather together. we tend to go to social events that draw us together. And so the first thing that I want to share with you is tea. And there are numerous teas that help health. There's numerous things out there. If you don't believe me, just visit your local grocery store and go and look in the tea section and you'll find all kinds of teas. This tea right here, Tulsi and lemon ginger, stress relieving and reviving, and it's caffeine free. The daily wellness, antioxidant support, mental vitality, immune support, digestive wellness. You can see a lot of symbols that it has where it's been approved. All these things are touted on the teas. Plenty of good herbal supplements or hot teas. You can drink them hot or cold, it says. Here's lemon flavor. I mean, there's just a lot of teas. This is what I have here in my tea dispensary here and my tea cabinet. So if you go look at any health food stores, grocery stores most of the time, you can research it online. You can find a lot of teas for a lot of different things. And teas, today I'm having peppermint just to cool off and help with my throat. You can read about all the herbs that are antibacterial, antiviral, and that have all good benefits for you when you drink them. Now that's my number one defense, is I drink a lot of this tea, and when I get sick I drink more tea, and I drink specific kinds of tea. And you can research teas that are good for whatever condition you have, be that a sinus infection, cold and flu symptoms, a sore throat. And you can start out with that first line of defense and see if it helps you, if it improves your symptoms and eases your pain. Now the next line of defense, and I take this every day, if you are interested in elderberry syrup, you can certainly research my channel. I'm going to shake this up because we drink this every day. It boosts the immune system, and I have a video on my channel if you're interested in making this. This particular elderberry syrup is delicious. I've been making it this way since my last video on how to make elderberry syrup. I have a 1 ounce glass right here. This is mine. Donald sits on the sink. And when we drink our elderberry syrup every day, we just drink 1 ounce. And it keeps your immune system reactive and easy to ward off any kind of germs that you might be picking up around people this time of the year. I have 6 little grandchildren. 3 of those are in school, and when they get around everybody else at school that's sick, they get sick. And if I get sick, it's usually because I'm cuddling a sick grandbaby. But my experience is this elderberry syrup wards off a lot of viruses and germs that I could get if I wasn't careful about that. I feel good about my immune system. I feel like it's in a good place. But I take the elderberry syrup just to strengthen my immune system, and because it's delicious. Do you know there's people that drink elderberry juice just because they love the flavor of it, not necessarily because it has all those great health benefits that it has? Well, we went over the tea. I'm letting mine cool off a little bit so I can go ahead and drink it. And I had the black tea that came from my advent calendar, and I added some mint to that so it would be delicious and it would be soothing to my throat. Now the next thing that I have on the list is fire cider. I've got a video making fire cider. This fire cider is strong. What you're looking at in the bottom there is the turmeric and all of the ginger and other things that I put in there. And so you got to shake it well before you take it. Now to me, this fire cider is a little strong. There's a lot of people that drink fire cider every day. I usually only drink fire cider if I feel symptoms coming on. But it is excellent. And I also have a video on making fire cider. It's not hard to make. It's good, great ingredients that you probably have in your cabinet or refrigerator, you probably have it on hand that you can put this together and make an excellent fire cider. That will help if you feel like you have symptoms. Now, this is something we all love. My son, he loves to eat this. He eats this every day. And what this is honey and garlic. We call it honey and garlic. It's actually a jar that's 3/4 filled with garlic cloves. And then we take 2 cups of liquid. We take 1 cup of honey and 1 cup of vinegar. We mix that well together and we pour it over these honey and garlic cloves. You can also add red pepper flakes to this. Sometimes we do add the red pepper flakes, but I didn't in this one in case one of the kids wanted to take it. I didn't want it to be too spicy. And you just dip out a garlic clove and take a garlic clove whenever you get sick. Let me show you what these look like inside. This is the fire cider, and wow, does it smell good. These smell amazing. This is the fire cider. You can see some of the black pepper, some of the cayenne pepper and some of the rosemary there floating on top. And that's the fire cider. I never take this fire cider straight. I always mix my ounce of fire cider in with about 4 to 6 ounces of water. That's because that's how strong it is to me. And here is the honey and garlic. We just call it honey and garlic on the label, but it's actually honey, garlic cloves, and vinegar. Now this is how it looks. It might not look all that appetizing. This is how it looks. And you just eat one of these cloves. They've absorbed the honey, they've absorbed the vinegar, and they're the garlic cloves, and this smells really good. This is actually one of my son's favorite things to eat. You never have to remind him to take his garlic and honey because he loves it. He loves the taste of it and the smell. And it's almost addictive. In fact, my daughter and her husband, they buy their honey and garlic offline. They researched it, and they buy something that is just like a food condiment, and it's got honey and garlic and some other spices. It's really spicy, and that's what they take. And she was telling me this morning that she was taking it to help with her sinus infection. And of course, she's doing the right thing. But of course, she won't have that sinus infection too long. If it doesn't get better, she'll go see her healthcare professional. Now, here's something we drank a lot of growing up. We had fire cider, we had elderberry syrup, but we drank a lot of this horehound cough syrup. And then you put your horehound cough syrup in a little bottle that's easy to get to. This stays in the refrigerator, and it hangs out, and it's part of our apothecary. And horehound cough syrup is just horehound candy. If you can find it, I think you can order it off a line. We usually get it in a fruit basket every year from Donald's mother. And so we take that horehound candy, we crush it up and put it in a jar, and then we fill the jar up with 80% alcohol. And we let the candy dissolve in there. And this is for adults, and it's to take 1 teaspoon at a time, and that is Appalachian cough syrup. That's exactly what that is. That's what they gave us when we had all of the symptoms that I've shared with you before. Horehound candy in alcohol that makes a cough syrup. Now, it's not recommended to give alcohol to children anymore, so if it's for children, you'll want to skip the alcohol, crush your horehound candy, and put in vegetable glycerin. 3/4 vegetable glycerin and 1/4 of whatever container of water. And so that's what you'll want to do if you're going to be giving this to children. Now, this is just vinegar. Vinegar with the mother, apple cider vinegar. That's got the mother in it, and it's got a breather. And this is just honey. Pure raw honey. Nothing else added. And this is the 6th remedy that I have for you. The first remedy was our hot tea with herbal infusions. that soothe and have antibacterial, viral, many anti things that make you sick. A lot of your herbs are already equipped with that, and a good thing that you can do is pick out an herb that you like to taste, whether that be mint, any of the mints, peppermint, oregano, rosemary, any herb that you really love the taste of, basil. You can take that herb, chop it up, and put it in your tea. You can also research that and see what all of the properties that herb that you love has in it that's good for your body. So that's the tea. That was our first one. The elderberry syrup, the fire cider. I have a recipe for this on my channel, how to make fire cider. Honey and garlic, horehound cough syrup, vinegar with mother, and honey. You can take vinegar and honey and put it in like 7 ounces of warm water. It'll dissolve, and that, believe it or not, is a great helper. Generally safe if you know your own body and you know that you can take this. Just research a little bit about it. Make sure it's not going to be anything that would hurt you. But this is vinegar with the mother, so I made this, and it's honey. Now, it can be any kind of vinegar that's safe. You know, if you make your homemade vinegar, or if you get that from a friend, you know, you can do research online and find out all about all of these soothing things that might help you when you're sick. When you're feeling sick and it's this time of the year, these are 6 things that can help you combat in a healthy way your symptoms and help you fight a virus or a infection, bacterial infection, anything like that. But if you're not improving within 3 days, it's probably time to go see a healthcare professional. That's my standard rule. When I first start feeling sick, if I feel my throat scratchy, or I feel a fever, or any kind of discomfort, my nose starts running, if I feel any of those, of course I'm already drinking tea, but I will fix a tea that has specific things in it that will help me. The peppermint, and there's many things that will open up your sinuses and give you some relief in that area. And then fire cider is something I only take when I'm sick. If I have symptoms, if I feel like I've got a full-blown cold, flu, or sinus infection, sinus trouble, anything, then I'll take the fire cider on a regular basis. I have friends that take this fire cider every day. They drink their fire cider every day. This is honey and garlic. I have friends that love this. They eat this just for the taste of it, because they love the taste of it. They put it alongside salads, alongside beans, many things. It adds a unique and a wonderful flavor that also is packed with health benefits. So if I feel like I've already got it, here I am. I've got this cold or flu. It's runny nose, itchy, watery eyes, sore throat, fever. I'm feeling sick. Then I fix a warm cup of tea that'll have something in it that'll open up my sinuses in the morning, definitely. I might have several of these throughout the day. And then I'll eat a honey and garlic at night, or I'll take a dose of fire cider. And I'll take that fire cider, about an ounce, in about 6 or 7 ounces of water. That's the only way I can take that. Now, this horehound I can take by the spoonful, so I might take a spoonful of this at night. A teaspoon, not a lot. I might take a teaspoon of the horehound cough syrup, 1 teaspoon before I go to bed. Now, the vinegar and the honey, I might add honey to my tea. I might drink vinegar in a little bit of water, or even add it to my tea, and just ease that right on into my diet. These 2 food products are excellent to ease into your diet, and they'll bring relief. They'll help you fight viruses and bacteria and those kind of things that are trying to settle in and making you sick. Well, I hope this helps you some. if you feel yourself getting sick, there's simple things that you can do that ease and help you and make you feel better. And I will try to share with you that there are some things that will help you feel better after you're sick. I'll try to get that video out for you too. Get it out in a timely manner so you'll have it when it's necessary, so that you won't be scrambling to try to put something together when you're already feeling bad. You'll already have some honey and garlic infused with vinegar. You'll already have some fire cider, maybe some elderberry syrup, some horehound cough syrup. You'll have some vinegar and honey on hand. Trying to give you plenty of time to get ready for that season so that you'll have some relief when it comes time when you need it. Thank you for joining me today and letting me share with you these 7 things that'll help you if you're feeling something coming on at this time of the year, all the stuff that goes around. When you're around a lot of people and you're doing more than your stress level's a little higher than normal with all of the holidays and things going on. And it's a good time to catch something. So these things might bring relief and be good for you in that case. I thank you for joining me today and letting me share this with you. And like always, until next time.